Whoa!
Hey, welcome to my channel. It's Ford and back, and I'm here to have a bit of a preview today of the INMOTION E20, this dual wheel beginner electric unicycle.
I'm 6, and to move forwards, you just need to look straight. And how you go forwards is you look forwards, put down your feet pretty hard, and to go back, and to go backwards, you go like this. Most people find it hard to go backwards. I can do it on my first day.
It's a bit of a surprise. I didn't expect it to be on my driveway last week, and here it is. So yeah, come with me. We're going to have a bit of an initial look and play with this. I've got my kids into this video and they're really stoked to be rolling on an EUC. So yeah, the mini wheel they're calling it. They love it. We'll have a quick look here today. This isn't really launched yet, so I didn't know a great deal about it, and there doesn't seem to be a lot out there at this stage. It was a bit of a concept, I thought, and then here it is in the flesh. So I'm not sure if this is the final production model. It's due to be released in June. I think June 13th is the date, I was told from INMOTION. So yeah, here it is. Anyway, if you've been looking, thinking, or seen anything about this, or perhaps you've just been sort of thinking about getting your kids something, or getting into an EUC yourself, but maybe you're a little bit intimidated, well, here's one that you could consider. You know, I think really surprising. It's a little bit weird, but heaps of fun.
It's easy to ride. It can play music, it can go fast. You can go fast, but I actually don't know how to do that yet. Now I do. Hey, this is actually really fun and easy. Easy peasy. I was doing good though.
I'll go and have a play today and just show you some of the features, and I'll keep working on a review down the track and go over a little bit more of this new wheel. It's a little bit of an eggy robot look, but it's really cool. I think, you know, it's got its place. So I've seen that this wheel gets a bit of a mixed response. You know, you like eggs, you don't like eggs. This wheel's not going to be for everybody, and I think there's a bit of a hangover for some old wheels that may have had a dual wheel concept that I wasn't really that familiar with. But I see this as a bit of a gateway drug possibly for people to get into EUC, and I can see, you know, for some it's just a lot, maybe a lot easier to consider. Some people may have disability or learning issues, and, you know, just the younger kids in general, just to stand on one and start balancing, if it keeps tipping you off, it could throw you and you might not like the sport. So, you know, what I noticed about this, it does offer a little bit more stability to get on, and it does seem to have a bunch of safety features built in that I think are important for especially a little one jumping on a wheel. So come with us today and we'll have a bit of a look at those. I've got my little ones from 6 years old up, and my wife and even myself had a bit of a run on this wheel. So it's rated up to about an 100 kilo rider, so you know, it's not just for the kids. It's a really cool little wheel to just pop in your car. It's under 15 kilos and easy to pick up and put in a small compartment of your car and just have as a bit of a runner, go out to the shops, or, you know, head out to the park while you've got some time to kill in your car. Yeah, cool. So anyway, let's have a little look at this INMOTION E20. So this turned up and I did a quick unbox. What I like about INMOTION unboxes, they just are easy and simple. You pull the wheel out, you turn it on, connect it to the app, which all works and it's user friendly, and then sometimes you have to update the firmware and you're ready to roll. And that's just sort of what you expect, I guess, these days. And if it's your first EUC, and especially if you're a kid, you're probably impatient, you don't want to be doing much. So to just pull it out of the box, turn it on, see that it works, ready to go, that's great.
So fun. And it's easy to control and it's easy to not fall. But sometimes I fall because I'm still learning. It's got an IPX5 rating, so it's waterproof.
So yeah, the unbox went smoothly. It looks cool, it looks cute. You're always eager to get on it and have a little roll. So I just checked the tyres, make sure that they're pumped up. With the wheel like this, of course, you've got to make sure that both your wheels are pumped up and make sure that they're both even. You don't want one side a little lower than the other. That's going to affect the ride. So pump both your tyres up. This was pretty good out of the box. You've got 35 to 45 PSI that you can pump in your tyre. So yeah, that all went well. I went and stood on it, and yeah, it's a bit of a different feel. If you've been rolling on a single wheel, it takes you a second. It feels like a really wide tyre, a big stable thing, but then, you know, you can tip it up on the edge, and kind of fun. I think it's kind of a challenge and fun. It's just different. You know, I like something weird, and anything that rolls like a wheel, pretty stoked with. You've got a top speed of 20 k's per hour, which I think, you know, for a beginner, that's plenty. Especially even if it's just going to commute around the city. That's legal here where I live, and that's small and not going to be too intimidating for people. They say 30-kilometer range, which, you know, I'll do a test and we'll check that out, but I'd say that that's probably pushing it. You've got a couple of ride modes. So to beginner, you know, I think it was 7k per hour in your beginner mode, and then there's another level which moves it up to 14k per hour, and then another level where you're kicking up to the sport mode. It's 20 kilometers per hour. The beeps work well, the tilt back works well. If you're not familiar with an EUC, what happens is when you start to push the speeds, so if I had it in beginner mode, when the kids would reach 7 kilometers per hour, it starts to beep and the pedals tilt back slightly just to let you know that you're pushing it. And that, you know, then you sort of would bump it up, I guess, to the next mode, all the way up to the sports mode. And when you're hitting that 20 kilometer per hour, you don't want to push those beeps. So that's just there to let you know it's time to back that speed off. It's good for the kids. Headlight worked really well. That was nice and bright and worked when you just press the button once when it's powered on, and it put out a good beam at night. This also has RGB lights built in, so that's pretty cool. The kids can set that up to basically roll as fast as the wheel's rolling, or slow down if they slow down, or you can just have it on permanently and set your color spectrum. So my kids are stoked. They like orange, you know, the other one likes blue, so they can change that around easily using the INMOTION app. It's also got a Bluetooth speaker, which the kids were also really happy about. So it's a bit of a party box. Turn up at your playground with this, and the kids are going to think it's pretty cool. You've got a good toy to share with decent battery. You know, with a 30-kilometer range, there's heaps of playtime at the playground, and the kids can turn on the lights and, you know, put the music on, and damn, it's, you know, pretty hot little playground party happening because they got one of these little toys. But to get them into it and get the other friends excited and get people easily stepping onto it and starting to roll, all my kids picked it up in a couple of minutes. You know, within a couple of minutes, each of them started to roll. A couple of my kids take a little bit longer to learn their lessons. So, you know, for them, this is also, I was surprised that they weren't intimidated so much, you know, as other things that they've tried. It just seemed easier to them to be able to just stand on it and not high off the ground. They could take a fall. You know, they didn't even gear up because they were just at the local courts and not rolling fast. And, you know, it's an easy way to sort of step them into it and also teach my kids. Unfortunately, they need to learn to have a bit of a fall and get back on the bike. And, you know, we were discussing that, and this didn't seem to shake them up too much. So they were able to get back on the bike and have another go. And then they were just smiling. Hey, it stoked me to just see my little kids rolling on a wheel, and yeah, they were happy, and I was following them on my links, and it was great. So this is going to open up a whole new thing for our family. You know, once this is something that they pick up, they can just step into one of the other wheels that I've got. And yeah, so as the gateway drug, it's already stepping into it. Someone mentioned to me, you know, why would you roll on this? Is, you know, once you learn, you're just going to want to step straight onto a single wheel. Well, I don't know, it's a pretty cool, fun, convenient, no stress way to roll, and the kids could just sit down on it. You know, it's designed at that height level for them, where it's just a comfortable little commuter. You chuck a bunch in the back of the car, and, you know, even me and my wife were having fun on it. So yeah, you don't rule it out, huh? Something nice and easy that you can share around with your friends if you're, you know, out and about. So pretty cool. It's a little 14-inch wheel, top speed 20 kilometers per hour. Yeah, it's But this was just to show you my kids jamming on a wheel and a bit of a preview and my first impressions. And I'm really impressed actually, more than I thought I would be. So yeah, give it a go, don't rule it out if you're considering a toy for your kids or want to get them into this sport, or your grandparents or somebody that might be, you know, not as mobile and just they want something a bit more stable. This is something to consider. So anyway, this is my first look at the INMOTION E20. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm sure there's a lot of opinions on this little egg-shaped wheel, but yeah, give it a shot. I think it's pretty fun. Anyway, big shout out to INMOTION for, you know, sending this one over to have a look at. If you wanted to get one of these wheels or look at the pre-orders, you know, I have an affiliate link with INMOTION, so you can use my code, which is in the video description, get a discount there. Look at getting a pre-order in, you know, step into eRiders, use my discount code there. There's a link in the description. But this is a really cool wheel to get somebody into the game, and, you know, a bit of a surprise, easy to pack under the Christmas tree. I'm not too sure what the price is, so just waiting for the launch, 13th of June, so that's soon. Stay tuned to the channel and I'll keep you updated. We'll do a few more videos with this one anyway. Thanks for watching today. Have a good weekend. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Press it down one more time. Light. Flick the pedal down. Okay, now what you need to do is, while you step on that one, you need to step on the other one really quick so it doesn't tip over. So you've got to figure out how to do it. Clever. You can't turn sharp like that.
Forward and back.